saying that the interior angles of a triangle will add up to 180 degrees. Remember that as you work with these triangles. The second claim we're trying to make, this one is a little more intense, is that when you add this angle and that angle, it will be equal to this angle right outside. So the sum of these two angles will be equal to this exterior angle. The word exterior and interior in geometry is pretty straightforward. Outside, exterior, while the inside, interior. Using those two theorems, we're going to go ahead and try solving the problems that we're given. The questions on, how do you put it now? Interior angles adding up to 180. Those questions are pretty straightforward. Whenever you're given a right angle triangle, for example, right angle triangle right there is angle 90 degrees. Let's say I was to tell you to find these two angles. In order to find those angles, if we call this A and we call that B, A plus B plus 90 has to be equal to 180 degrees. So A, if we're trying to solve for A, the first thing we do is we subtract 90 from both sides. And so we get A plus B is equal to 90. So A is equal to 90 minus B. And if we're solving for B, it's B is equal to 90 minus A. That's all you do with the angle sum theorem. You see, that's how it works. We're done with this example. This example is just showing you how to use the knowledge of this plus that is equal to 180 degrees. Now we're going to try something a little different. We're going to solve for this angle right here. We're going to call it X. Notice that I have those marks right there. So what I'm saying is that this angle is equal to that angle. That's what I mean. And before I go on, let me explain the equilateral triangle to you. And again, this is not drawn to scale. I'm just trying to say if that was an equilateral triangle, this, that. You see that. That means this angle are equal. Which would mean we would have to have 60, 60, 60. Because they have to add up to 180. And let's say I didn't give you the 60 and I just wrote A, B, C. You would realize A plus B plus C is equal to 180. However, they're all the same size. So it's like saying A plus A is equal to 180. And at that point, you know that 3A is equal to 180. You divide both sides by 3, and you get A is equal to 60. That's how I was able to derive that the angles of an equilateral triangle will be equal to 60 degrees. If you understand that concept, that will help you in solving a lot of problems from lesson 18. The second concept you need to realize is that plus that is equal to X. So since these two angles are equal, we're just going to label them as A and A. So the interior angles have to add up to 180. So A plus 50 is equal to 180. 2A plus 50 is equal to 180. 2A is equal to 180 minus 50, which is 130. A, when you divide both sides, is equal to 65. So if A is equal to 65, and here A is equal to 65, of course, that means 50 plus 65 will add up to 115. But guys, this is what is interesting and the beauty of math. Because this, if you use another theorem, we know that an angle on a straight line is equal to 180 degrees. So 65 plus 115 has to add up to 180 degrees. The second question, quickly, all you need to realize again is that this plus that has to equal that. So 6x plus 10 plus x plus 5 has to equal 8x. Go ahead and solve for x, and that will give you the solution for this problem. You should be able to do these. You're just applying principles of math. So make sure you take good notes and you